Hey everyone, how are you? My name is Yehuda. I'm doing a very special interview with Yuko, who is the Divine Activator. Today we're going to be talking about gamma and the activations you can achieve with the gamma brainwave.
Uh, yeah, okay, so that the first gamma is a high dimensional consciousness level and the energy power that allow us to be able to eventually activate our highest potential by this tool.
Wow.
And so eventually, if we can activate the 12 strands in the DNA, then we will be light being, right? So it's a part of the ascension process we are in now. Core make it so simple in the surface, yet so much complication in a concept, that the higher dimensional science involved in it. But he make it so simple for us, so we can use it, easily. Using gamma, that we are able to, for example, see the light in the darkness very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So we go through the challenges and the issues in our lives, right? And any negativity has a higher purpose and gift in it. So by going through it, overcome it, and then successfully, we are able to gain the intelligence, smartness, the spiritual level. So we can see that what is the reason why I had to go through this quote shit, okay? Then be able to have a gratitude even, and what the lessons about, right? Thank you very much. So when we get to the point like that, and then guess what? We will have so much freedom in our life. We don't have to get stuck in one point of view. This is right or wrong, or this person treat me this way, that way, so I'm reacting to this. You see, like that. So our life will be so much about connection with others, connection with who we are, and be able to honor each other's divinity instead of like what's wrong with this person, what's wrong about the society, and upset about it and stressed, right? So much like a faster way to be able to shift our reality and the world. Say sure.
That's exciting. Wow. So it's just a brainwave, is that it? It's just gamma is a brainwave and you can access different states?
Yeah, so that I don't get into the technical thing very much, but it's the full spectrum, the state.
Right.
So it's not just stuck in a emotional reaction or mental reaction, good or bad, like that. So all the brainwaves are beta, alpha, theta, delta, and the second beta, and get to gamma, like that. So with using that breath sequence Core Love created, we are able to get to the gamma brainwave state very efficiently, successfully, and smoothly. Okay. I was working with my client, and her mom has been so mean, and she's been so hurt all these decades in her life, right? And we did the activation, and then the first layer was like, she's so mean, and that is it. There's no possibility for her to change. And then more process, and she got into the deeper layer of the subconscious level, the pattern or conversation. She realized she's been having it, which is like, wait a minute, you know what? Actually, I've been hoping she would change one of these days, but feels like it's not gonna happen,
Yeah.
And then it's more deeper level, I was surprised that kind of, in a way, it's actually genuine her desire. She really, really hopes her mom will change, you know, very, very big desire, okay? So that's actually a positive charge, you know, so we process that with the gamma. And then what happens after that, she was able to have some insight, understanding about why her mom has been acting like that. Of course, she had no clue first, right? So her mom's pattern was like, because she was raised in a way that she didn't feel nurtured, she didn't feel good about herself, right? So much hurt happened. So as a kind of a protective mechanism, in order for her to protect her from being hurt again and again in her life, so she act like mean and whatever. So people treat bad back to her. Okay, so then there's no chance for her to get hurt. But if she treat nicely to other people, then people treat her bad, right? Then she'll get hurt, right? So it's like a protective mechanism. In advance, she will create a situation so she wouldn't be hurt, you know. So wow, what a defense mechanism, you know. And so as soon as she understood that, that's why her mom was acting like that. Then profound level that the compassion, understanding. Then it's like her even demeanor changed, her face changed, much more peaceful, and the face became lighter, and some of the wrinkles went away, and peaceful and like present and calmer, you know, and even like some sense of love and warmness, you know, I could feel, you know, with her. Yeah, so just like that. Is that a good example for you?
That was amazing. Because you know what? I actually have the same example with my parents. And I had a lot of charges. I had probably a very similar example where, like, I felt like, you know, I wasn't also, you know, receiving the self-worth I needed. And I remember, like, before I was doing the gamma stuff, I also felt like really low on energy, and like I was lost. Like I didn't know who I was or like what I really wanted. And then once I started doing the breaths, I just realized that like more clarity came for me, and I gained a lot of new abilities from that. So thank you for that example. That was like pretty good for kind of what I'm going through as well.
So when we see the surface level of the things, you know, like situation, for example, right, in a life, and then it's like a fabric here, you know. And however, if we like look closer, there's a thread in there, and then there's even like a string inside the thread, right? And then if we use the microscope and then turn up higher level, then we can start to see the molecule. And inside the molecule, there's atoms and, you know, like a subatomic particles and even smaller particles like a quark and stuff like that. Wow, right?
Yeah.
So just like my clients, you know, in a like a regular state, like ordinary state, we don't see the deeper aspect, what's really going on, you know, in a consciousness, right? What the her mom's situation underneath, what's going on, you know, psychology, whatever. So just like that. So the more we higher consciousness go into with the help of gamma, and then we are able to tune in with the higher dimensional consciousness energy. Okay, the gamma is a higher dimensional, you know, level that the energy. So we get to have access to it and be able to see things in a way deeper level, which is impossible in our just ordinary state in our lives. The freedom to be able to fluctuate and adapt. Like, you know, for example, if you're doing playing the drum, right? So if she see her mom, she's a jerk and, you know, so mean, that's the one way to see things, right? One tone of drum. She can only play, you know. But then she's able to understand where her mom comes from, and oh, okay. Then
Yeah, that's important. Yeah.
a different way of see things, right? You know.
Mm.
And then okay, so let's add some other you know, drum, different tone, you know, and then that add a different color to it, right? And it's just like that. So even the one thing situation, we can see that the multiple different way we see things, you know, and different
Wow.
quality and the different angle to see things. So it depends on the person, and also that even instead of me, if I have more higher consciousness, there's so many ways I can see things, you know. Then it's like, wow, it's not just the one thing we need to stuck in our life, you see.
Right.
There's so much like a freedom to choose from and be flexible, adaptation. Right?
Yes. And change patterns too, eh?
Yes, yes, exactly. So like eventually, if you add more, you know, drum, different tone, or you know, different kind of sound to it, then we can create so much like a beautiful that music, right? It's just you know, one tone, and that's like a full spectrum, different beautiful colors, right? Rainbow colors. So that's like a higher dimensional light spectrum, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot to use out of that. Wow. I'm just, wow.
Yeah, I remember you experienced one time after we did activation, you were stuck in a situation you asked to get the job by parents, and you didn't want to because you didn't want to just grab any job, you know.
Yeah,
It's
that was me. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But then after the activation, you are able to have a choice, and you can see their point of view, and oh, okay, that makes sense actually, how they see things, and adapt it, and let's try see how it goes, and you are able to you know, take a job and perform about it, you know.
Yeah.
But at the
Yeah.
same time, right, you didn't have to let go of your own identity. You're still keeping who you are, right? So
Yeah, it was really great. Firstly, like I was so nervous because I didn't even know how to do that type of job, and they're asking me to do something where I was like guys, I don't want to do it. Like I'm trying to stay spiritual. Like I want to experience my soul, have an open heart. So that was like, it was just a really big frustration. After the activation, my older, more loving self came out more, and I just realized that, like, wow, so much is possible when you just see it clearly, because I wasn't seeing actually kind of their frustration. It's funny because I was frustrated. They were frustrated. I was feeling like I'm not receiving attention. They were feeling like I'm not receiving attention. And then through the activation, I just suddenly just started picking up all these insights, and I just started feeling more compassion, like going to work. And I didn't see work as like a bad thing either, because normally I'd be like, oh, this sucks. Like I'm not living my dream. I'm not getting the job I want. So I had like a bigger range of like seeing the bigger picture just through that one activation. And we did like 3 breaths, which took a total like 10 minutes. It's just mind blowing. Like 10 minutes, your whole like attitude in life can change right there.
we can create the stress-free life by using gamma. We can create the stress-free life by using gamma. You know, so any situation we go into, we can use the gamma, you know, through the breath. Then we can shift our initial reaction, right? So if that says something like instead of a reactive, we can be a productive. We can actually have more and more access to our sleeping quality. We haven't been using it, and those are like a more subconscious level. So by clearing those charges, we actually convert it to gamma. So it could be emotional charges, with like a subconscious blockage, what I'm talking about, or mental blocks, charges. Then kind of remove those, you know, like blocks, right? More and more, then we're able to have access to our ability, capability, the gifts and talents we haven't been able to have access to it, you know. So that's another aspect that be able to activate our human potential and our divinity aspect more and more to it. Then like beautiful, the quality, personality comes out, you know, more and more. And so we can contribute to the world better and be able to establish, accomplish our true mission while we are here. You see, there's a lot of people here have a heart, want to contribute to the world. I want to make a difference. But my life is so suck, you know, like I'm like a survival state, kind of like, you know, day to day rushing and busy and try to, you know, make money and take care of the family, kids, and there's no like a resource to be able to put the energy and, you know, time to what we truly want to do here, right? So that's another aspect that when we don't have enough energy, then life is overwhelming, you know. So this energy is like quality energy. The gamma can provide a lot. And when we're kids, you know, we have so much energy, right? There's no like a laziness or, you know, sabotage about it, you know. But as we, you know, live life and the charge get created and they get stored in the, you know, muscle in the body, and it takes so much energy to hold the charges in the body. So we keep losing the energy. Okay, so be able to be less like resourceful to deal with the life. So we become more reactive to the situation and more create the stress like that. So with the gamma, we are able to gain more and more resource to be able to deal with life with the more wisdom and the resourcefulness, and be able to connect with the wisdom and the deep knowingness. Because we have so much knowingness in soul level, you know, about our life and just everywhere. And it's been buried and sleeping. Also, the other aspect of the gamma is there's many modalities existing in the world, right? Healing practice, stuff like that. And with combining the gamma, that whatever other practice would do, that converting the charges to the gamma will make it like a permanent. Okay, that's very amazing. And also be able to go deeper level of the shift. So that the combining those aspects, you know, with other technique and modality, it's phenomenal. I experienced myself so much like more power and the result, effectiveness happen. Yeah, so I can highly recommend that. And also like by using the gamma, for example, if you work on the body, like healing work, whatever, right? And then unfortunately, practitioner observe that the negative energy from their patients, you know, so we can prevent that by using gamma. So talking about the disconnection from some other different opinion or way we see things, how they do things, we tend to disconnect, right? Like a certain political party, oh, I don't agree with them, or, you know, this person's like a lifestyle, this is so terrible, whatever, I cannot associate with these people, stuff like that. Yeah. So what happens, like at the time, then whatever the group you disassociate, you know, disconnect, then whole group of spirits, you know, like a certain political party, whatever, you know, their ancestor spirits and everything, we disconnect from all the spiritual group. Okay, and then so like if we like disconnect from certain value in people's lives, then we disconnect from people, from group spirit who has the same value, you know. So like we disconnect so much, you see.
Wait, so you're saying if you disconnect from a political party or a group of people, the spirits you had one time are no longer with you? Is that what you meant?
Yeah, as long as you have that disconnection, you know, judge about them, and
Wow.
it's not for me. So all those their ancestor spirit also disconnect from me. by doing so. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know it was that connected. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's say, I don't like that the football game,
Okay.
it's too aggressive for me. I don't like that. And then I disconnect from the football, lovers, okay, the fan and their ancestors, everybody. So, so like just like that, just name it. We disconnect from so many values and the way we'll see things and right in our lives. We judge constantly. Think about it in our lives.
Yes.
Yeah. So that means we are disconnecting from the huge amount of the energy and the beings and spirits, not only just human. So in order for us to be successful and get supported in our lives, we need other people's support, right? We cannot be successful, even just live life,
Yeah.
simple live life, right? We have to go to the store and buy some food or, just anything. Other people's involved in our lives, right? So the more we disconnect, then it's harder for us to have a happier life, because we get less support. Yeah. So the unseen world, spiritual world, they're always like helping us, sending some like ancestor spirit, for example. If you want to do some business, okay, then all right, my descendant needs some help, for that some network, okay. So they use their own network and send some people to us, So hey, I saw your ad, I'm interested in your service, right? Then you get the phone call like that, So all those things like talking about connection, right? So by doing the gamma work, that we're able to take down those walls, right, and disconnection, and be able to reconnect with others without those, the judgment or reaction to others, be able to have compassion, understanding with others, right, even the different values and opinion, yeah. Then we gain the whole group of spirits and people, in my side, you see.
Oh, you actually receive for the help for the work that you did. You receive back.
So if you reconnect with those people and spirits you used to disconnect, you gain back all the support back again, so to speak.
Yeah, and it's also not as difficult to do that because you have the gamma to support you.
Yeah, we just have to do the process about it,